Hello guys, it's Al. So in this video I want to show you how I effortlessly make between $100 and $1,000 every single day online. And this is without doing much, to be honest. This is kind of a business that you set and forget. So what I'm talking about is an info business, an e-learning business, an online course, I guess you could call it. And the great thing about this business is once you've created your program, the rest of your career is just focusing on enrolling people. So creating the program itself is not difficult because you already have the knowledge, you already have the skill, the passion for what you want to teach. Putting that into a program is not difficult, it's not technical, it's very simple. You just think about how you're going to teach someone to get a result in the fastest and easiest way possible. So creating the program is, you don't need help with that. That's your thing. Now, the rest of your career should be focusing on building your leads. And what I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 steps that have literally transformed my business. So I went from nothing, from knowing nothing about marketing. Obviously, I started reading books on marketing. That's definitely going to help. But I went from nothing, working a normal job, to creating one of these info businesses, e-learning businesses, and then generating this kind of, I don't want to say passive income or to say it's autopilot because that wouldn't be fair, but it's not far off that. I mean, it's the closest you're going to get. You wake up, you look at your Stripe account and you can see various payments that have come through, usually at night because I'm based in Spain and a lot of my clients are in the US. So what happens is by the time the people in the US are waking up and they're buying stuff online, this side of the world's going to sleep, and so you wake up to these sales, these Stripe notifications, and it's one of the best feelings you can have. So if you're interested in starting one of these really high profitable businesses, especially because there's no high margins on this business. So the great thing about these businesses is they have super high profit margins. So there's very little expenses. You have your software to run your business. And if you want to introduce paid ads after, then obviously you can scale from there. So what I want to do in this video is jump over to my laptop and just show you the last 30 days, just so you can see, for example, here, I made $719 on this day. This day I made $672. This day we done $1,071. Here we made just shy of $1,000. And these payments are just coming in with very little stress. So like I said, you build the business and then your main activities are just finding ways to generate leads, and it's a nice stress-free business. So what I wanted to do is show you these 3 steps that have really transformed my business, and it's really taken it to a new level. So skill number 1, so these are really skills that you should learn if you want to start one of these businesses. So skill number 1 is copywriting. I'm just going to put copy here. So copywriting is super important in one of these businesses because you don't need to do anything fancy. Like you see some of these sales letters and they use all these kind of psychological triggers. Now these are important, but the main thing that you want with your copy is it needs to be clear and concise. Probably spelled that wrong. Anyway, clear and concise. So you really just want to be able to convey your message in a very clear way that people can understand, preferably at a low grade reading. Now there's an app called '𝐓𝐇𝐈𝐒 app, which you can actually copy and paste your text into there, and it can tell you what grade level your writing's at. So you want to keep it at like below 3, because the thing about copywriting is people just need to be able to glance at it, read it and understand it without too much brain power, because people are lazy these days. And if you can just convey your message in a very simple, straightforward manner that people understand, and you're getting straight to the point, that's what's going to work with your copy. So learning copywriting in this business is going to take you a long way. This is what kind of changed it for me. Another great, when you're writing your copy, another great thing to focus on is 4 things. So new, easy, safe and big. So your idea has to like be new to the marketplace to get to generate that interest. It has to be easy, so whatever you're trying to convey, if it sounds too complicated and difficult, people are not going to want to get involved in it. You know, there's very little risk on their part. So if you're telling them they need to invest thousands of dollars without a potential return, there has to be some kind of big outcome, big reward. Think about, that's a skill that could literally change your business for you, is optimizing. And I'm going to say, so optimize and reiterating as well. So once you've actually created an offer, you've got a sale, from there what you want to do is start to optimize. So you can do this by split testing, you can do this by literally asking your clients, your customers why they didn't buy, or you know, there's many different things you can do to optimize, and most of it is just removing friction. So a lot of funnels have too much friction. You want to get straight to the conversion as quickly as possible. So if you've got like an opt-in form, you don't want loads of text or videos on there. You want to have one clear headline with the result and then one call to action. So a lot of the optimizing is not about adding stuff, but more about removing stuff. So you want to remove the fluff, get straight to the point, and this comes back to the clear and concise copy again, that's going to show people exactly why they're there, they're in the right place at the right time, they know exactly what they're getting, everything makes sense, everything's congruent. If they land on one page and then the next page looks like they're on a completely different website or it's a different message, they're just going to back out of your entire funnel because it's confusing. And as you'll know, a confused mind always says no. So yeah, skill number 2 is optimizing and just improving, reiterating, seeing what doesn't work, what does work. For example, if you've got a VSL, you can track the drop-off points. If you've got an opt-in form that's, say it's getting 15% opt-ins, you can try and raise that to 20% and so on by split testing. There's many different things you can do for that, or by simplifying your entire funnel can really help. So skill number 3, now this was a real game changer for me, and I didn't learn this third and final skill until I invested into a coach, which cost me a lot of money, but it's paid back 100 times easily. So this one is tracking, and this is not something that many people talk about in this business because it sounds boring. You know, I've always shied away from tracking because it's like, oh, I don't understand it. Pixels, codes and spreadsheets, all that stuff used to just like bore me, scare me away. And you know, but it's one of those skills that if you learn how to track every single dollar and every part of your funnel, this is how you're going to be able to scale. So I could really put tracking and scaling there, because you can't scale unless you're tracking. So what I mean by tracking is looking at your entire funnel. So let's say you've got your opt-in page, your VSL, your sales page, or your book a call page. All of that should be tracked at every point, so you can find where the bottleneck is. So let's say on your opt-in page, you're getting, let's say, a 20% opt-in, and then from there to people watching your VSL to book in a call, you're only getting like a 1% conversion rate. So then you'll know exactly where the bottleneck is in your funnel when you can fix that. But you can get much more granular than that, so you can go much deeper and see where the other bottlenecks are. But every single part of your funnel should be being tracked, and every single day you should be writing those metrics down. Without that, you're pretty much playing blind, because you're putting money in and all you're hoping is more money comes out, which is not a professional way to run one of these info businesses. So although this is like, you know, you're making money online and it's cool and all that and it's good fun and it seems like an easy way to make money, at the same time it's a business and you have to treat it like a business and you have to be professional. And this is what the top players are doing anyway. They're tracking everything, they know where every dollar is, they know where to optimize their funnel, and that way once you've got the whole funnel dialed in, you know that there's no weak points on the funnel. That's when you can scale, and that's when you're gonna literally, you're never gonna look back from there. So hopefully you found something helpful in this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.